Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Emmerdale every 2024 spoiler announced so far. Emmerdale has kicked off 2024 with some big changes to the village, from the arrival of Ruby Fox Milligan and Ella Forster to the tragic death of Heath Hope. So, what's next? Well, recent press announcements and producer interviews have already provided various spoilers and tidbits teasing what to expect across the next few months. As you'd expect, many of these storylines have already been announced right here on Digital Spy, but just in case you're losing track, here's a handy recap with the key details all in one place. Emmerdale bosses recently introduced Ella Forster, played by former Coronation Street star Paula Lane. The compassionate and caring character found herself out of a job when she stood up for Mandy Dingle at a veterinary ball. Fortunately, a chance encounter with Manpreet Sharma opened up a new opportunity for Ella, and this saw her become a permanent fixture in the village as she started work at the doctor's surgery. Ella has also caught the eye of local Dr. Liam Kavanagh, and their connection will be further explored in the coming weeks. While Ella hasn't shown any signs of a dark secret or hidden agenda so far, the initial press release for her arrival suggested that this could ultimately become the case. Emmerdale producer Kate Brooks said last year, "Ella is a complex and multi-layered character who comes to the village and certainly makes an impact. Ostensibly she's a good, moral character, but is there more to her than meets the eye? We are absolutely thrilled to welcome an actor of Paula's caliber to the show, and we can't wait to have her light up our screens." Emmerdale teenager Angelica King is sentenced to 8 months at a secure children's home next month as a punishment for her role in Heath's death. Although this is on the shorter end of potential sentences, Angelica's loved ones struggle as she's sent away to Bristol, which limits their opportunities to visit her. Nicola Wheeler, who plays Angelica's mum Nicola King, recently spoke about how Angelica's sentencing will affect the family in the longer term. She said, "At first it feels like a lifetime. But as the story goes on, Nicola and Jimmy realize that they're being ridiculous because it is only 8 months. But when you're not there for your daughter, and you can't go and visit every day, it's hell on earth, isn't it? I don't think they'll cope well, but they do have Carl and Elliot to consider. They do have 2 other children." Initially, Nicola starts to lash out because she can't cope, but Jimmy gives her a stern talking to and says, "This is what it is. We have to deal with it." It's also a relief when Bob holds out an olive branch, and that sense of relief sets them on a different path. On the inevitable drama when Angelica is released in a few months' time, Nicola added, "Looking to the future, I would just say, what is to come? Because what is Angel going to be like when she leaves the place? That is the big question, isn't it?" For 8 months of her life, Nicola and Jimmy don't have any control or influence over her at all. I think that's quite crushing for any parent who has been in this situation. It's the fact that they are literally handing their child over. Rona faces more drama as 2024 continues, as she's determined to keep up the fight for baby Ivy. The village vet recently discovered that her ex-husband Gus was trying to trick her when he proposed a deal to get them both out of trouble with the police. He planned to do a runner with Ivy once Rona had followed his wishes. Zoe Henry, who plays Rona, recently admitted that she still hasn't been told exactly how this story will pan out in the long term. Appearing on ITV's This Morning, she said, "I actually don't know. We know a little in advance, but not too much." Eric Pollard becomes embroiled in Amit Sharma's sinister storyline this spring, as the new villain lines him up as a new target. Amit becomes intrigued by Eric when he learns that the former B&B boss is one of the richest residents of the village. He approaches Eric with a deal that seems too good to be true. Will Eric be fooled? Aaron Dingle, Kane Dingle and Caleb Milligan are due to receive some significant test results in the coming weeks. All 3 characters have agreed to undergo gene testing to see if they have the faulty BRCA2 gene, which can be passed down among family members. Chaz recently discovered that her breast cancer was caused by the faulty gene, and she encouraged her son Aaron and brothers Kane and Caleb to get tested. BRCA1 and BRCA2 are examples of genes which can raise a person's cancer risk if they become altered, increasing the chance of developing breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and prostate cancer. The Aaron, Cain, and Caleb scenes form just one part of Chaz's ongoing storyline, which will continue in the coming months. Emmerdale producer Kate Brooks recently explained, "When this story was first pitched, we were acutely aware how important it was to explore this. With Chaz's family history of breast cancer and Chaz being such a strong character, and in many ways the bedrock of the Dingles, we wanted to show the impact on not just her, but her immediate family." With Lucy Pargeter's innate ability to showcase Chaz's vulnerabilities beneath her hardened exterior, we knew she was absolutely the right character to play this with. Emmerdale recently announced the long-term plan for Tom and Belle King's domestic abuse storyline following recent concerning scenes involving the newlyweds. In upcoming scenes, the plot continues to explore coercive control, physical abuse, and mental abuse. Emmerdale is also planning to explore the growing issue of tech abuse, where controlling partners use trackers and hidden cameras as part of their sinister methods. Show producer Laura Shaw recently said, "Soaps are in the extraordinary position of being able to highlight what happens behind the public face of an abusive relationship over a longer period of time. The audience knows these characters so well, sometimes as well as they might know their own friends and family, and they care deeply about them." As harrowing as it can be to watch this type of storyline play out, it's imperative that we use our platform to shine a light on domestic abuse and help give a voice to people who have so often been silenced. Eden Taylor Draper, who plays Belle, also told TV Times, "Tom always has a reason for his behavior. He'll do something horrific and instantly turn it on her. So then Belle's like, 'I'm so sorry, it's my fault.' She feels like she is a burden to him, and she has long suffered with mental health issues, so that is a way he can make her feel extra vulnerable." The charities we've worked with have said that tech control is massively on the rise. Maddie Barton and Amy Wyatt's wedding is now booked in for April 17th, as revealed by the couple in a recent episode. With Amy's mum Carrie back in the village and causing chaos, will there be trouble ahead of the big day?